Well, it all comes down to today on the Super Retriever Series. I'm Tommy Sanders here at Oak Ridge Kennels in Northfield, Minnesota. And we're going to settle this thing. We're going to find out who the strongest dogs are. In just a few minutes, we will crank up the big air competition. 4 dogs left there, each trying to hit that perfect leap off the end of the dock. In our Retriever trials, we've got 6 handler dog teams left, and they've got a tough hunt test to face with a different twist, the likes of which you have never seen before. To explain that, our Retrievers analyst, Justin Tack.
Tommy, we're here at one of the concept ponds at Oak Ridge Kennels, and the judges have come up with a tremendous hunting concept here. As the dog makes the area of the fall on the 3rd mark, they're going to get real close. As they move in there really tight, it's a diving duck. Boom, it's out of there just like that. If the dog shows confidence and courage and stays in there through all this confusion, they'll be rewarded with the diving duck that comes back up over here about 20 yards behind him. Now the handler's going to have to count to about 7 before he can do any kind of audible or hand signals. At that point, he'll be able to cast him and work the dog to the mark.
We'll look at our map now to see how this hunt test breaks down.
First mark comes out at 247 yards. That is that diving bird. Swing to the right, got an inline double. The first one's at 55 yards, the second one's up on the land at 85 yards. Know the dog off that first mark down, run that blind, stay wet to make it happen.
All right, will it be total chaos with the diving bird on the first retrieve? We're about to find out. Our first team is ready to go.
Leslie Ray Carnes from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and my dog is Flash. He's been kind of couch potatoing it all winter. I think it's a very demanding test. I think it'll test the dog's natural ability and definitely his trainability. He's a great dog. He's been very easy to train and just wonderful to be around.
One reason Leslie says they've been being couch potatoes is they haven't had the ice off the ponds in this part of the country for very long as we begin our competition today.
You know, the guys from up north, or the gals from up north, I should say, have a serious disadvantage. The southern guys get a huge head start on them.
Here. Flash.
First retrieve, simple, straightforward.
Yep, just a little inline there. Shouldn't be any problem if the dog was able to mark. Now, I saw Flash pull off that second mark.
Heel.
Well, dropped it right there. That's a problem.
It's going to cost him 2 points. He did that a little bit in the preliminaries. Let's see if he can shake that off and keep on rolling. Oh, he never saw it. He's going back to the first mark down.
Over.
Tommy, I'm going to tell you, with the quality of the dogs that we have in the finals, she's not going to be able to get away with those little whistles like that. He's going to have to mark. They're going to have to tighten up to make this thing happen.
12 points and 2 retrieves down.
Heel.
The blind will be coming up next.
Oh, don't drop it, Flash.
Heel.
2 more points there.
Here. Heel.
Okay, now she's got to know off the first mark down and run that blind. That blind is very tight. The window is probably 10 feet on each side.
By know off, you mean take that mark out of the dog's mind, get him on that one that's over to the left.
Right, you got to get him down the street on that blind. And you can see that window, how tight that is right there. So you're moving into position to make the cast there.
Again, she is restricted to that handler's box there. She can't go out of there. So if the dog gets out of her sight line, trouble begins.
Exactly. The judges really made a point with the handlers prior to this particular test. They wanted the handlers to stay in that box. And they were going to penalize them heavily if they got out.
Every time the whistle blows, the points are scored.
Low score wins. 45. That's pretty fair work on a blind of that quality. It's only 146 yards, but it's very tight.
Our final retrieve and our first look at the diving duck. This should be something.
This is where the money is right here, buddy.
Yeah.
He's a hunting dog, so he ought to be in good shape here. I know he's seen this before.
Flash is 7 years old, obviously a strong swimmer.
247 yards in the water is a long way.
You better be a strong swimmer. And Leslie Ray Carnes has been handling dogs for nigh on to 30 years now.
Here we go. Oh, there it is.
6, 5,
Now, what the judges are looking for is for him to stay in the area, show confidence, show courage.
The go was after a 7 count. Now the handler can begin to handle the dog if necessary. It's not necessary. Flash is doing a terrific job.
That is pure hunting. We've all been there, and I think that is just wonderful. I'd love to see more of that in actually our hunt test.
Well, our next team will be ready to go when we return. You can see where the dog's name comes from. We'll be right back.
My name's Gary Amlickson, and I'm from St. Bonifacius, Minnesota. The dog's name is Lick. We call him Lickety Split, and you'll see why we call him Lick if he gets any closer. This dog isn't used to seeing these kind of tests. Even though he is a hunting dog, he's trained more for field trial competition. The diving duck is going to be challenging because this dog pheasant hunts and grouse hunts, but he doesn't duck hunt. We'll see how that goes. That might be pretty comical.
Well, Gary and Lick want to contend for the championship. They're going to have to get under 67 points. That's the number set up so far by Leslie Ray Carnes and her dog Flash.
Tommy, if this dog marks like I know he can, I think he'll be in the middle of it. Taking a look at that inline.
Did it appear to you that he marked them all?
Tommy, it looked like he marked everything fine to me, but I know that he's got to be worried about that diving duck. That is going to be the telltale mark here.
Here, right here. No, here. Right there, long. Sit. Right there. Lick.
Yeah, I think he's in good shape here.
Perfect run so far, no points scored. Like the 7-year-old Labrador, Gary says he was the pick of the litter, too.
Okay, now he's got to know him off that bird and run that blind.
Sit.
By know him off, you mean direct his attention away from the right side where he's already marked that long bird.
And I think it's nerves primarily, Tommy. They're not knowing their dogs off of this. This is the second handler in a row that has not pulled his dog off of that, so they've blown 2 or 3 whistles right here early. Gary's laboring up there, isn't he? He's nervous.
He thinks a lot of this dog, and he thinks a lot of their chances, too. Just a perfect shot of this blind mark, but maybe a bit deceptive in that it's a lot farther than what it looks like.
It is. It is 146 yards by most of these retriever standards. That's not a really long way, but the window is so tight. If they get 10 or 12 feet to one side or the other, they're gone. Nice work.
Come on, little boy, let's go. Sit.
Good blind, 12 points, one more left to go, but this is the toughie.
Here we go, right here.
Look!
If he does an average job on this thing, he's going to be right in the middle of it. Here we go.
Oh, and there it goes. He's down. Lick is not staying, just swimming on past.
Yeah, he's going. He's never seen anything like this. This is exactly what he was worried about.
Gary mentioned it as we spoke to him before the competition. The dog has never duck hunted before, and that lack of experience certainly becoming apparent here.
He's still way ahead. He's still way ahead. If he can just get control of the situation, get him over there, he's still in good shape. Oh.
Points are coming fast and furious now. Ideally, the dog should have stayed right in the area of the diving duck.
The judges are looking for him to show courage, stay in there and hunt. Oh, he's frustrated. Oh, he's right there.
It almost looked like he was handled off of the duck at that point.
I think he was. I think Gary's blown
Well,
up.
like I told you, never been duck hunting.
Oh, no, unbelievable. They were in it for so long there. This is going to lead to a disqualification. Gary Amlickson and Lick are out of it. Leslie Ray Carnes and Flash still the leaders. Meanwhile, back at the Big Air Dock, take a look at Ruger in action there, one of the 6 dogs that are trying to make it into the top 4 who will be in the final round today. There's Bo, handled by Moses Avalos, another good jump there. And how about Haley surprising everyone in round 1? The world record jump, 23 feet and 4 inches. Got to be your favorite at this point, and we are ready for today's competition. And here's a crew we love, Dustin, Moose,
Here they come.
and Brett Maliner. There's no stopping Moose.
He's going to yank Brett right down to the end of the dock like he always does.
I think you mentioned it earlier in the competition. Brett needs to keep that leash kind of loose around his hand. You don't want to get attached to Moose too much because he will take off with you.
That is dangerous. His arm has got to be at least 6 inches longer than the other one, Tommy.
Moose, a big dog, best jump so far, 20 feet, 8 inches. Trying to make it into that final 4 here.
Got to get all that mass moving and get up.
Good job, good jump by Moose. They needed a little bit of an improvement. Let's take a look at the replay here. Lots of speed for sure. 20 feet, 11 inches for Moose. How about that? Well, here comes Bo, the chocolate lab. Moses Avalos is the handler.
The chocolate lab and the tennis ball, hand in hand.
I tell you what, we see a lot of that, don't we? Moses chose Bo from a litter of puppies because he was the only one out of the litter who would go into the water at 2 months of age.
Water dog.
Hunt it up, Bo! Hunt it up, Bo! Hunt it up!
Oh, nice fight.
Excellent jump. So far, their best jump has been 20 feet, 8 inches. Let's see how this one pans out. Good speed, used most of the dock there, but not quite the distance they wanted. 20 feet, 5 inches. So Ruger, the dog on top with 22 feet plus. We have our 4 dogs who will jump in the final round, including this one right here, Ruger. We've also got Haley coming up, our world record holder. Looking forward to an outstanding final round. The champion here at Northfield will truly have earned the title. Don't go away. We are back at Oak Ridge Kennels in Northfield, Minnesota for the finals of the Super Retriever Series.
I'm Mark Fritzmeyer from Rochester, Minnesota. This is my dog, Emmy. I bought her as a 7-week-old pup and raised and trained her myself. You know, she's a real nice dog for an amateur because for the most part, she's been a real easy dog to train. And she maintains her training, you know, so she doesn't have to take a lot. Well, we do a lot of duck hunting and she encounters a lot of diving ducks. I mean, although dogs are dogs, you never know what they're gonna do, but you know, she has seen that stuff quite a bit.
Emmy has a different style than a lot of these dogs in this competition. Very deliberate, but don't let it fool you, huh?
She's mistake-free. Very few mistakes. This is definitely her kind of event right here. She can shine in this kind of arena.
Did very well on the right side of the course there and handling the blind very ably as well.
She's in good shape going for the diving bird. Here we go.
Yellow lab on the smaller side there. It's the moment of truth.
Oh, they let her get right on it. She's showing great confidence there. She's popping back up, about 20 yards behind her.
This team so far has set the lead. Oh, she was looking under one more time for that bird.
She just needs a mask, Tommy. That's all she
It.
needs. She's in
Maybe
good
some
shape.
flippers and we'd be in business there. Definitely in the lead as it stands right now. And look, there's the retrieve. What a great effort from Mark Fritzmeyer and Emmy.
Takes a little bow to the crowd there.
Very appreciative crowd here at Northfield. And Emmy, by 30 points, takes the lead over Flash and Leslie Ray Carnes. Ready for our next group.
I'm Dwayne Bickle from Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin. The dog is known as Donnybrooks' homeboy. We call him Homer. The dog belongs to a friend named Doug Janes. I've never handled the dog. He spends a lot of his time hunting. He spends probably about 110 days duck hunting, so a lot of natural instincts on his part. Nothing that any of us have ever seen as far as the AKC or UKT stuff with the diving ducks and stuff like that, so it'll be interesting. Hopefully he'll stay under control and work as a team with me, and hopefully we can pull it out.
Well, pretty much mistake-free so far for Dwayne Bickle and Homer.
It's going to be extremely difficult to get through this caliber of test with a handler and a dog that don't have much of a relationship.
So you're saying the communication needs a lot more development than they've got going here.
Definitely. Too much too soon.
Too much too soon, too early in the relationship to try difficult things. And that is, as you say, it's coming to play right now because the dog is almost out of control.
They've gone from a few dates straight into marriage here, Tommy.
It's a mistake. And that's going to probably wrap it up, or they will call the DQ very quickly here. Disqualified, so a disappointing day for Dwayne and Homer. They'll wait for another time. Emmy's still your leader. We take you right now over to the Big Air, where there is a trip to the ESPN Great Outdoor Games on the line. A single trip from among these competitors in Northfield, Minnesota, led by this dog right here, Ruger, a crowd favorite, our only wire-haired pointer in the field.
Tommy, she's our only non-retriever to ever really do well in this event, so we've got to pull for her a little bit.
If you just joined us, you're going to find out shortly why she is a crowd favorite. Ruger does an amazing thing at the end of that dock.
Tommy, she's got ups.
She's got ups. Ups and hang time. Take a look at this. Height once again from Ruger. Her best jump 22 feet and 6 inches. We'll see what this one is. 22.11, the best yet from Ruger. Maintains that lead, looking good for the Great Outdoor Games, but here is our new world record holder, Haley.
The Labrador with the jackhammer for back leg.
Absolutely, a pair of Rolls-Royce engines there in back that propelled Haley through the air. Light, you know, you see the new trend among ski jumpers. Lighter, smaller guys. I think the lighter dogs are taking over this sport.
A lot of power there. Maybe we'll see another world record. Another nice jump. I don't know if it's as far as the world record, but a nice jump.
Very close to the world record. Let's take a look at this. Incredible, 23 feet, 1 inch, just 3 inches behind her world record. And Haley, handled by John Klein, going to win the Big Air Finals here at Northfield, Minnesota today. They are going to the Great Outdoor Games.
Last year's gold medalist Michael Wallens and Jerry might be in a little trouble this year, Tommy.
Jason Smothers. I'm from Dyersburg, Tennessee, and this is Dusty. She's a hunting retriever champion, and the rest of her name's Grand Prairie's White Lightning. And she knows what I want. We've worked together every day for 6 years almost, and the relationship's pretty tight. We hunt together too. It's not just about playing this game, it's about hunting as well.
Jason and Dusty are only non-Midwesterners in the field competing here today. Jason always wanted a yellow lab. Well, now he's got one, and a good one.
Jason and Dusty are our lone UKC HRC retriever team, and they're very familiar with guns at the line, so she's going to be a strong marker in this competition.
Well, we're sort of seeing the highlights of the first 3 retrieves here. Here is the blind. They did well on each and every one of them, and here's what really counted. You say, Justin.
She's going to swing to the right here and watch. She knows to follow that gun barrel. Outstanding job.
Denmark.
Now for the money retrieve here, the diving duck. They say they've got a lot of hunting experience. Well, it should show here.
They should shine in this situation right here. I know she's seen this 1,000 times before in her life.
Back!
24 points, 29 points now.
Over!
36 is the number that they have to stay below, and there's the diving duck.
That's unreal. See the way she's staying in the area, though,
Right
showing
on top
courage.
of that duck.
Yep.
Right on top of it.
She's been there. She's going to take a cast to get there.
Nope, didn't require it.
No.
How about that?
Very
Looking
nice.
to stay under 36 points, and they have 33. The lead taken over by Jason Smothers and Dusty.
He's got to feel very good. You know, that locks him into the Great Outdoor Games.
Top 2 are going to the games in Lake Placid.
Let's rock and roll.
John Blackbird. Dog's name is GMHR, Blackbird Southland Moon MH. I guess the only thing that, concerns most of us when we get to this level is can we keep control on the blinds, and can the dog use its natural ability to the best of its knowledge, and that's what he's relying on, all of his old resources more than anything.
Our number 1 seeds, if you will, the lowest scoring team in the qualifying round, John Blackbird and Moon.
Very strong team, Tommy. Tremendous relationship between these two. If there's anybody that can punch through that score 33, these guys can.
Moon.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
That surprises me. Little trouble with that second mark on the end line. Serious hunting dog.
Moon is also the oldest dog in our competition here at 8 years, has a few gray whiskers to show for it.
Wise. Old and wise. Another one of those mistake-free dogs, just making sure what Dad wants.
Come on. Very deliberate.
Me and you. Me and you.
Setting him up for that blind. What a tough window to get your dog through. We've had a whistle right there with every contestant so far.
6 for 6 of all of our dogs have wanted to go a little bit right toward that old mark.
These judges were serious when they came up with this concept.
.33 is the number to stay under if you want the championship here at Northfield.
He's being very careful. Right back.
Every whistle adds to the score.
Very nice cast. All the way to the blind. Now he's, as we said, through and through, the money bird is here.
The diving duck. Again, where hunting experience can really pay off.
Remember that one?
For a team that works
Big
well
one.
together.
Real big one. Big one.
Moon! Very emphatic call name. He's driving him back 247 yards. You can see the mark out there. He's moving in there.
Oh, I think Moon thought he had that one. They take it out from under him.
His lips rubbed it, I'm sure.
Just like Dusty, he is camped right on top of that spot. There's the other duck popping up.
Very nice. I think he sees it.
No whistle necessary. This is going to be your winning effort, John Blackbird and Moon. Wow.
That is a duck dog, Tommy.
Superlative effort. They have been the best all the way through this competition, through the qualifying, all the way through the finals. John Blackbird and 8-year-old Moon, a team that works well together. And there you see the final tallies. Jason Smothers and Dusty's Mark Fritzmeyer and Emmy in third place. But Moon, Dusty, and their handlers will be the two dogs who are headed to the Great Outdoor Games in Lake Placid. The coverage begins a week from today. We hope you're with us then.